Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. And as y'all know, tomorrow is NBA day, or this might be dropping on NBA day. Depends on how long it takes me to edit this bitch. But I'm gonna keep it smooth. I'm gonna keep it crispy. I'm gonna keep it quick. We are going to be predicting the Tuesday and Wednesday opening night games in the NBA. First things first. If I get them all right, or if I get your favorite teams one right, subscribe, bitch. Thank you. But first things first, the first game of the season is the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Houston Rockets. Now, this is an interesting game because as a TikTok that I posted earlier, Kevin Durant is playing the 2 heading into this game due to the fact that Amen Thompson has to play the 1, and they don't really have a point guard due to Fred VanVleet being hurt, and they don't want to start Reed Shepard and shit like that. So that lineup is kind of... like, it's going to be great offensively. Defensively, I'm a little... But they have the length. And also, Alperen Sengun is playing the 4. They're going to have Steven Adams at the 5 and Jabari Smith at the 3. So there is some stretchability there. Steven Adams had a great series against the Warriors in the playoffs last season, which is what got him his money to come back. Kind of revitalized his career, genuinely. So shout out to him. I'm a big fan of Steven Adams. I'm a fan of Kevin Durant. I like what they have going on over there at Houston. But I think OKC comes out with it and in this game. I think that this is one of OKC's last seasons that they'll be able to have like this type of team. And what I mean is like because of like the second apron and shit like that, they're going to be very much in a cap hell if they don't start making some moves very soon. So this is like their last real season that could be dominant is what I'm saying. Because they're going to have to trade away people like Isaiah Hartenstein. Alex Caruso is going to have to go. Probably one of the big 3 is going to have to go. Lou Dort is going to have to go because they're on max contracts. All of them are on max extension. So it's like, okay, there's going to be a time when they have to make moves to get out of the second apron, kind of like how the Celtics did and how they're now more depleted than they ever have been. But yeah, I got OKC winning the ring ceremony game. Second game of the day, the real game of the day, the most watched game probably. It's probably going to be the most watched game of the opening night games. The Warriors versus the Lakers. And I've seen a lot of discourse about both of these teams that I just really don't agree with. If me and Enrique ever drop our standings predictions, I'll let you know. Because shit. But I've seen a lot of people saying that the Warriors are going to have a down year. And when I say a down year, I mean like a play-in type season because they see teams under us getting better. Which, if that's what you think, sure. But from what I saw last season, this team with Jimmy Butler added onto it was a top 3 team in the West when it comes to record. And also just defensively and offensively, we were a top 3 team in the West. The reason why we were eliminated in the second round is because Stephen Curry got hurt. That series is a lot different if Stephen Curry is there. I understand that is an if, but we have game 1 to show. The first half of that game, we were blowing them out of the fucking water. And when Curry was there, he was pretty damn dominant. But I'm not here to make excuses like that. I'm more so here to be like, I understand why y'all would think that because we are an older team. We didn't really make many moves, and that does bother me. Al Horford is an underrated move because a lot of people are saying, oh, he's old as shit, but he is still a very skilled big man in this league. Defensively, he fits what we want to do. He can stretch the 3. You know, I think we're going to win this game, and I think we're going to have a 50-win season. Like, I'm saying this on the record. The Warriors are going to win 50 games this year, confidently. And the Lakers, I've seen a lot of stuff like they're going to have a great year. And I understand. I love Luka. I love LeBron. Everything else in that team is such a fucking huge question mark. I can't even speak on it. Austin Reeves is going to have to take a huge off-ball leap or even like just a leap in general. And last year, I believe he averaged around 20, around like 19 to 21 points per game. In the playoffs, he was invisible, to be honest. But he has to take an even bigger leap because this is probably LeBron's last few years. And he's going to take a lot less of a load. So it's like, we need somebody to help Luka out there, or else he's just going to look like Luka in 2021 when he had like Jalen Brunson coming off the bench and nobody else that was really helping him. And you wanted to look like how Luka looked with the Mavs and Kyrie, where they were more so like dynamic, working together. Luka was even able to be off ball and work off ball a good bit of times, where he looked pretty good. So we got to see a leap from somebody here. And LeBron's going to probably take a back seat. I love LeBron James. He's the greatest player of all time. But he's going to take a back seat. He's 40. He's about to turn 41 this year. So it's interesting to see what the Lakers do because DeAndre Ayton does not move me a single fucking bit. Honestly. I watched Portland last year. Defensively, he's ass. That has not changed. Will it change now that he's on a contender? Maybe. But when he wasn't a contender, was he a good defender? No. But he was also a lot younger. So some things might change in that regard. They have somebody else. They have Marcus Smart. Offensively, ever since he joined the Grizzlies, he's gotten even worse. And he has not been able to stay healthy. So it's a big question mark there. Was it either him just being like, I don't want to play with this Grizzlies team? Or was it him just being like, oh, I'm really fucking hurt and falling off in my career? But yeah, we're going to see. I'm excited to see how this game goes. We've played the Lakers in opening night very fucking frequently for the last 5 years because Stephen Curry and LeBron. But first game up on the Wednesday slate is the Cavs versus the Knicks. And these are my two favorites coming out of the East. The Celtics banged up. I see all these reports talking about Jason Tatum should come back this year. No, let it rock. Calm the fuck down. I understand you want to hoop. You're a basketball player. And I will always advocate for basketball players wanting to play basketball, regardless to what their team wants to do. But, Tatum, for your own health, I want you to take this slowly. Take it slowly. Because I understand you're on top of the world right now. You're dunking again. You feel like you're nearing 100%. Everyone who knows that injury, he's not even fucking close. He's not even fucking close, guys. It's cool to see that he's improving, but I'm telling you, he's not back before March. He's not. That's the truth of the matter, y'all. And I'm not saying it to be a fucking a killjoy. I'm not here to ruin anything, but he's not going to be back. But back to the game. The Knicks have made some moves acquiring a player like Semi Ojeleye. I think that's what they got. I could be wrong. No, I think I used to get them mixed up a lot because they both play in the Celtics. They got Yabu. They got Yabu Sele from the Sixers, who had a great year with the Sixers last year, averaged around 10 and 7. Was a really good role player, and he's going to be a good role player for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson is already load managing. I don't know how the fuck he has a job. I'm going to be honest. I understand his defensive impact, but bro, fucking hell. You can't stay on the court. But yeah, I like what the Knicks have going on over there. I really do. And I kind of like what I have going on with the Cavs more, though. The acquiring of Lonzo Ball to take the spot of Ty Jerome is amazing because they basically looked at what Ty Jerome was bad at and got somebody who could do it all. Because Ty Jerome had a great year. I'm not here to say that Ty Jerome did not deserve to get the contract he got. I thought he was going to get more at a different place, but that's neither here nor there. Lonzo Ball in a playoff setting is more dangerous than Ty Jerome because Ty Jerome got fucking exploited every time he was on the court when they were playing the Pacers. Lonzo can't get exploited like that on defense because he's a great defender, still a great playmaker, still can make the three ball, and he doesn't have to be on the court for an extended period of time. He can be out there for 15, 20, fine. I just need him to stay healthy, and if he stays healthy, the Cavs are winning the East, and they are going to be a dangerous team heading into the playoffs. But one of my biggest things with the Cavs is, are you going to go all in on Evan Mobley being your big man and trading Jared Allen, or are you going to continue doing that two big man stuff? And by the way, I completely off topic. I saw what's his name, the coach of Ime Udoka was talking about teams are copying us with the two big man lineup. The first two big man lineup that really revitalized that shit was the Cavs. Stop. It wasn't you who did it. You just did it in the playoffs and it looked nice. The Cavs have been doing that shit for ever since they got Evan Mobley, they have had a two big lineup. Stop the cap. Give my boy JB Bickerstaff some respect. Put some respect on his fucking name. Because he still be doing that at two big lineup. They be putting Isaiah Stewart and fucking Jalen Duren on this court together. Ignorant. Because Isaiah Stewart don't even shoot threes no more. And he put him on the court at the power forward. But yeah, man, I do think the Cavs win this game because I think the Cavs are going to be the best team in the East again. Honestly. I could see them being 1 through 3, but genuinely I think they're going to win 60 plus again. And they just have to stay healthy. Darius Garland. I have been your biggest advocate for years, brother. Stay on the fucking court, please. Because if you were on the court fully healthy, because in the playoffs when you were on the court, you had that toe injury that you ended up needing surgery for, and you missed like 3 months of play for that, which is crazy. But if you are fully healthy, you are one of the most dynamic guards in the league offensively when it comes to your playmaking and your scoring ability. We just need you there. We need you to be there. And you haven't been there for the last 2 playoff runs. It can't just be Donovan. Because against the Pacers, Evan Mobley got hurt. I'm pretty sure Jared Allen missed it. I know it wasn't Jared Allen. It was DeAndre Hunter. He missed the game. And then Darius Garland had his toe injury. He missed most of the first few series. It's just piling up, bro. It piled up. I just need Garland. I need you to have the season that I know you can have, because that season before they got Donovan Mitchell, where it was just him, rookie Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, where him and Jared Allen were all stars. Please rewatch that season. Darius Garland was a fucking dog, and last season during the regular season he was a fucking dog too. He just needs to be healthy. That is his biggest concern, and that is my biggest concern with him. But yeah, I still got the Cavs. Nets versus Hornets. I got the Hornets. The Nets suck. MPJ might drop 30. I don't really care. He looked decent in some of the preseason games. Do I think that LaMelo Ball is going to be a Hornet the whole year? Yeah, he's going to probably get hurt like in December like he usually does. Brandon Miller, I'm excited to see him come back after missing the entire season. Who'd they draft? Oh, Con Canupo, I hope you let that bitch spray twin on my mom and them. But really, I really don't. I'm not looking forward to that. Heat versus Magic. I got the Magic. I think the Magic will be a top 3 seed. The Miami Heat have too many question marks. Like, why the fuck is Terry Rozier still on the roster? He's going to probably get PT, which is also fucking nasty. But, I mean, it's Eric Spoelstra. Pat Riley, he has the history of doing stuff, but also he has history. He's fucking old as shit. So, you know what I mean? I don't really understand this team or know what they're going for. But I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see that because it's the battle of Florida, but I got Orlando Magic winning that one. The Raptors versus Hawks. I have the Hawks. I really do like the Raptors, though. I think they're a sneaky good team. I know a lot of people don't really ever think that about the Raptors because they always have a consistently good roster, but it's never above what it's supposed to be. They always underperform, especially ever since they've let go of people like Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. They have not been able to perform at a high level to the point where like people are like, okay, let's tune into the Raptors for real. I'm getting some water. I am looking forward to seeing Brandon Ingram healthy again with this team because I think Brandon Ingram's an amazing player, genuinely speaking. Up next, we got the Sixers with the Celtics, and I believe the Sixers are coming into the season fully healthy. Let me check if anything is saying otherwise. No. Paul George and I forgot Jared McCain. He fucked up his thumb. But Paul George is doubtful with a knee injury, and Trent Watford is questionable with a hamstring. The Celtics are missing. Jaylen Brown is questionable. Jason Tatum, obviously, he's missing. But everybody else is good. But the Celtics, Derek White got dropped 50. Derek White got dropped 50. I'm sorry. I think the Sixers take this because Embiid is going to be getting guarded by Nemes Keita. Barbecue fucking chicken. And I think Embiid is going to have a good little season. I don't think he's going to spend the whole year as a Sixer because they're not going to be good enough. But that's neither here nor there. Pistons versus Bulls. Excited to see some of the young players on the Bulls. I want to see if Ayo Dosunmu ends up getting moved because he's probably going to be a very valuable player on a winning team. And I'm tired of seeing him being wasted on a fucking team that doesn't know how to build shit. Same thing with Kobe White. I want to see where Vucevic goes because he could be impactful on a good team as well. And I want to see Matas Buzelis really take a jump. I think he's very good. They drafted they drafted Noah Senge. I think he's good. I do think he's good, even though he has that one meme of him getting dunked on. I think it was Johnny Furphy. Fucking hilarious, but he is a good player with a lot of potential. I want to see something from him. They're playing the Pistons, though. I think the Pistons are going to be a top 5 seed. So the Pistons win this one pretty easily. Pelicans versus Grizzlies. I do not like the Grizzlies. I don't like their retooling after Desmond Bane. I do see the vision, kinda. It's kind of like a less is more thing. Like, Ja doesn't necessarily have to overthink about getting, or the team in general doesn't have to overthink about getting Desmond Bane his shots and his, like, letting him eat. They just have to play their game, their 1-2 game between Ja and the worst big man. The worst rebounding big man I think I've ever seen in my fucking life. And also, he's never grown up as a player. He's still foul heavy. He's just, I don't like Jaren Jackson. I don't. I'm going with the Pelicans because I love Zion. I think Trey Murphy is a great player. I like Jordan Poole as an acquisition for them. Like, he's great. He's a good player. Very skilled. They still have DeJounte Murray. Let's see if anybody's injured for them right now, though. Kevon Looney got hurt, which that just shows that the Pelicans are cursed because Looney literally never got hurt for us. He played every fucking game damn near. So to see that before the season even starts, he gets hurt for the Pelicans is heartbreaking. That's my boy. Derek Queen is questionable. Ty Jerome's questionable. Scottie Pippen is out. Zach Edey is out. And Ja's probable. Brandon Clark is still out. I believe he tore his ACL again last season. So, yeah. But, yeah, I got the Pelicans. I think they're a better team as of right now. Wizards versus Bucks. I have the Bucks, even though the Bucks are ass and the Wizards are fucking horrible. I'm excited to see how Bud Carrington grows. I'm excited to see how Sarr grows. Who the fuck did they draft this year? I'm over here thinking. Bro, who did they draft this year? 2025 NBA draft. Who did they draft? Am I tripping? I'm excited to see Bilal Coulibaly as well. You know, he's going to continue to grow. I'm excited to see his growth as a player because he's an amazing defender. He always has been, but, like, he's going to have more of a chance to really score this year, and I'm excited for that. The Wizards, they got Trey Johnson. I like Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson out of Texas, good bag. I think he's he's probably the best scorer, 3-level scorer in the draft, so I like that pickup for them, and I think he's going to have a good year. Low-key dark horse rookie of the year. I just forgot they drafted him. I genuinely forgot that, but yeah. But nah, the Bucks are gonna win. Giannis is gonna be fucking insane this season. They might make the play-in because of how good he plays, but at the end of the day, get him somebody else. And if they don't get him somebody else, Giannis, get the fuck out of there. Genuinely, I understand loyalty, all that shit that you got. You know, you came from the bottom. You was selling watches on the side of the streets in motherfucking Greece. You was a ball boy for your brother in Greece. So this shit, no matter what happens, you're happy for where your life went. Whatever, I get it. I promise you we get it. But sometimes you gotta fucking get out of there. And that's how I feel. Clippers versus Jazz. Clippers, even though they're the oldest team in the league, they still have a chance to be competitive. I think they are going to contend very well. Do I think that they're going to be a fucking threat? Not really, but I do think that they're going to be in contention to be a threat because they gave the Nuggets issues in that first round matchup. A lot of people were picking the Clippers to beat the Nuggets, and then the Nuggets came out and swamped they shit in Game 7. But that team has gotten better this season, in my opinion. I think that Bradley Beal is going to have a lot better of a time there with that role around a player like Chris Paul who can pass the ball around, and James Harden, who's a great passer. Whereas when he was on the Suns, they didn't really have a great passer. Like, Devin Booker is a good passer, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to being a point guard, you need somebody who has been a point guard their whole fucking life. Like Chris Paul. And James Harden, that motherfucker's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. He's been able to mold into this point guard role essentially without any issues. He's averaged 8+ assists every year ever since like 2019 or 2018. It's fucking crazy. Shout out to him, man. But up next, we have Spurs versus Mavs. Let me see if the Mavs are missing anybody other than Kyrie. Gaffer's questionable. Caleb Martin's questionable. Dante Exum's questionable. And the Spurs are missing doubtful De'Aaron Fox with the hamstring. Jeremy Sohan's out. Kelly Olynyk questionable. But everyone else is good. I think that the Mavs take this one because Anthony Davis is still out there. They're still going to have their young rookie, Cooper Flag's going to have a great game. But this is the first pick versus the second pick. Very interesting game. Very interested in how they're going to go. I really do like both of them as players. I am very invested into Derek Harper as a player, and I think everybody who watches basketball is invested to who Cooper Flag becomes. But I think the Spurs take this one. No, I said the Mavs. Did I say the Mavs? Yeah, the Mavs take it. The Mavs take it. I'm tripping. Next we have the Kings versus Suns. Domas Sabonis is not playing this game. He is out. DeMar is questionable. Keegan Murray is out with a UCL injury. Dennis Schroeder is questionable with an ankle. DeMar DeRozan, if I didn't mention, is questionable. Isaac Jones, questionable. Whereas the Suns are missing Jalen Green. Mark Williams is questionable. And that's it. I think I have to go with the Suns just because of how fucking bad the Kings are going to be this year to me. Like, I understand they have a lot of names that y'all probably know on their roster, and that's fine. You know, it's cool to have those names, but they don't fucking mesh at all. Shout out to Russell Westbrook for getting a job. But that team just doesn't mesh. It doesn't fucking mesh. I'm going to be honest. And last and probably least, we have the Timberwolves versus the Blazers. I'm very excited to see the Blazers this year. Not because of Dame coming back, because he's not coming back this year. He fucked up his hamstring. But they have a lot of questionables in this game. Danny's questionable. Tumani Kamara is questionable. Scoot is out. That's the reason why I am excited, just so y'all know he is out. Of course, Robert Williams into every game is fucking questionable. Thibault still in this team. Questionable. But I am excited to see Scoot Henderson third-year jump, because that's how it is for guards in the NBA. When you come into the league, the third year is usually when they take their biggest jump. So I'm excited to see that. And everybody for the fucking Wolves is healthy. Yeah, buddy. The Wolves are going to blow these niggas out. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the season. If you're excited for the season, leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Let me know who you disagree with me with. Let me know who you agree with me with. Let me know who you think's going to win MVP this year. Y'all dark horses. Y'all motherfucking... You know what? Let's do this for this comment section right now. Everybody, leave a hot take in the comments if you watch this video. Leave a hot take. And I'll react to it, and I might even react to it with Enrique to see which hot takes are really hot takes or they're just utter fucking nonsense. But thank y'all for tuning into another video of me, and peace.